Today we are most fortunate to have with us Poojya Swami Bhoomananda Tirtha, a revered teacher of Vedanta and timeless spiritual wisdom of India. For close to 7 decades, Poojya Swamiji has been guiding seekers across the world, not towards just religion, but towards spirituality as transformation. His teachings, deeply rooted in texts like Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, Bhagavatam, illuminate how anyone, even in the midst of worldly duties, can attain clarity, composure, and contentment. We are also joined by 2 of Swamiji's senior disciples here, Ma Gurupriya ji and Swami Nirviseshananda Tirtha ji, we all call Nutan Swamiji. So whether you came here out of curiosity, interest in meditation, or just seeking some breathing space from the demands of life, know that you are in the right place with the right people. Today's session is not about religion. It's about rediscovering our true nature and learning how to live with inner excellence in our homes, at work, and within ourselves. With that, I extend my humble pranams to Poojya Swami, Ma Gurupriya ji, and Nutan Swamiji, and heartfelt welcome to all of you. Let us now open ourselves to this exploration of the art and the joy of truly being human. Namaste and thank you all.
Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru. Shuddho Buddho Vimuktaha Shruti Shikharagiram Mukhyatat Parya Bhumi Yasmad Jadam Samastam Jagadidam Amrtad Vyapya Sarvam Sthido Yaha Yasyam Sham Shavataraihi Suranaravanhajair Rekshidam Sarvametad Tam Bhumanam Mugundam Hridigatam Amalam Krishnameva Prapadye Tam Bhumanam Mugundam Hridigatam Amalam Krishnameva Prapadye Madhya Hridaya Kashe Sadanandamayo Guru Udetu Satatam Samyak Swatmananda Prabodhagaha. Hari, Hari, Hari Om Tat Sat. Jai Guru. I would like all of you to recite along with me the auspicious monosyllable Omkara. Omkara recitation has a significant contribution to make to the health and well-being of our body. It increases the health and longevity of the heart. It enhances the secretion from the pineal gland, which is very important to maintain the spiritual brilliance of the body and the mind and the intelligence. People do not know how sound and sound combinations can be used to tackle the mind, also the intelligence, to sharpen them and make them more and more perceptive. It is a great loss that the present humanity is incurring. This is a great area of wisdom, not available to modern science, which can only deal with the objects of the world, but never the subject part in the human personality, namely the mind, intelligence, and ego. Whereas in India, our ancient thinkers and finders have been all along occupied with bringing about the welfare and fulfillment of human life. Fulfillment of human life. That is why they explored inside the body and they have made a great treasure of wisdom available to us. So this Omkara chanting is very, very important. Omkara itself is a combination of 3 syllables. Ah. the sound that comes out of the mouth when the lips are wide open, and the sound that comes out when you close your lips. All the other syllables and consonants come in between. Oo, A, I, etc. So it is a combination of A, A, U and In this you will find the entire gamut of knowledge contained. If you want to enhance your knowledge, take to Om chanting. If you want to deal with the agitations of the mind, recite Omkara. If you want to sharpen your mind and increase the perceptiveness of the intelligence, then also use the Om. So I would like you to recite along with me this Omkara 3 times. But every one of you should specifically think that our joint recitation should permeate the whole of the earth, showering its benedictions on all the beings thriving upon our planet. I would like you to interlock your fingers and put them on your lap. Sit comfortably erect, close your eyes. Open the mouth and the heart, and without any reservation, reluctance or doubt, recite well. Let the collective sound be something very significant in our whole planet. Hari, Hari, Hari Om Tat Sat. Here we start. Oh, very well done. Do better and best. Well done. I have been given to understand that this August assembly consists of a few members, very significant people, who do not have any kind of a religious routine or involvement. That does not mean they don't believe in God, but they don't do perhaps anything in the name of religion. I am keeping them in mind and then making a few statements. Shall I speak freely to you? One. Secondly, will you understand me or misunderstand me? This is the second point. We are running 7 temples. 6 of them were entrusted to us by the people who are managing the temple, saying that we are unable to run them. Please take them over, otherwise they would perish. So at their instance, I thought that we should take over the management. One temple, Dakshinamurti temple, we have installed ourselves. This is a background I would like you to know. I would like all of you to participate in our temple management, because this needs a lot of money and we don't have anything. Everything is, if at all, offered by the devotees. So you have every right and also duty to know about it and participate in it. The Hindu culture, if at all, has survived only because of 2 parallel institutions. One is the temples where hundreds, thousands, 10,000, lakhs, 100,000, etc. visit. Another is the ashrams, spiritual abodes, where 10s, 50s, 100s and rarely 500s and thousands go. What the temple is unable to do and cannot do, That the ashram is supposed to do. The temple deity will not speak to you. You cannot raise any question before him. Whereas if you go to the ashram, you will be welcomed and you will be asked, why have you come? What is your problem? Do you have any questions, etc. So they are mutual, complementary, extremely. So there is no conflict between the two. In my life, if I have held lectures for public reception, 99% of the lectures were held in temple premises. They are the only place available for us in our villages and towns. No other public place is there. So this is a background I would like all of you to know. I am a man of tradition, not only tradition, super tradition. So this is the background from which I talk. I first of all want you to know that God is our concept, our finding. God is omnipresent. Being omnipresent, He has no form. He doesn't have hands and feet, nor a mouth and tongue to speak. He is omnipresent. Omnipresence cannot have a form. We looked at the world and thought over it. This huge creation could not have been made by a human. If somebody has made it, he must be a superhuman. And that superhuman dimension gave rise to so many considerations, propositions, practices, sadhanas, and the rest. But understand, God is our concept, and we have to explain everything about God. G-O-D are 3 letters taken from our alphabet. Like so many other words representing their respective ideas, God also represents its idea. And except we, nobody will be able to explain it. Generally, there is a statement, man is born in the image of God. I would like to add, God is born in the image of man. He is born in the concept of man, in the contemplation of man, in the finding of man. If humanity vanishes, there will be nobody in this world to speak anything about God at all. Understand it well. The art of being human. I am very happy that you have selected this topic. The whole focus in this caption will be who or what is a human. Unless you understand the human personality in full, you will not be able to become a good human or contribute to the welfare and solidarity of the world. Mind you, 8.7 million life forms are there upon this earth, and the human is the single one of his kind. And the human is supposed to be topping the entire creation. If nature has produced anything profound, it is the human intelligence. We have 4 levels of activity, physical and sensory, then oral, articulational. These are visible. The 3rd is mental, the 4th is intellectual. Their importance is like that. If physical activity has got 1 value, at the same time if you do anything oral, it will have 10 values. And when it goes to the mind, it is 100. In the intelligence level, it is 1000. Mind you. Our trouble is that we don't use our mind properly. We have not gone into the resources human personality contains within it. The entire science is occupied with discovering, uncovering, making inventions, etc., so far as nature's bounteous external resources are concerned. But I have a grief, I have a complaint. Who speaks about the external resources? Are the I speaking about them, or the mind and the intelligence of man? What are the resources the mind and the intelligence hold themselves within them? Have you ever explored them? We have a body and 5 senses. These 5 senses are employed by us, and we are seeing the world. Everybody will say the world is an infinite variety. All the infinite variety vanishes. They are reduced into 5 because of our 5 senses. You have only sights, colors and shapes, sounds, smells, taste and touch. Where is the variety gone? How and why it becomes 5? Every one of you should answer me. We are the one who sees the world. The world never sees anybody. We have reduced the variety into 5. And these 5, when they trickle to the mind level, they become 2. Either pleasant or unpleasant, happy or unhappy. When they trickle further down, when you sleep, they become 0. Tell me now, who makes the 5? Who makes the 2? And who makes the nil? The entire phenomena vanishes in sleep. And the noumenon alone reigns there. In that level, all the world is reduced. If the world has to be again for me, I have to wake up. The world doesn't wake up. It doesn't sleep. Understand it very well. Very well. The human personality on the one hand, the surrounding world on the other, then the interaction between the two. These are the only 3 factors to be known, dealt with excellently and well. Everything depends upon our experience and knowledge. We don't deal with anything which we don't experience, comprehend or know. So for all our activity, for all our interaction, for all the discoveries and inventions we make, tell me, what is the primary factor? Our body is a product of food that we consume. The food is matter. The body is a material mass. Being material, it is inert, I-N-E-R-T. It has no capacity to generate experience or knowledge. Where from does experience come? Knowledge come. It comes from the mind. Mind is not a physical part of the body. Mind is above matter, above intelligence. That mind sources all experience and all knowledge. Unless you are able to plunge into your mind and plunge into the intelligence, know their potentials, magnitudes, magnificence, how can you make yourself a good human? Only recently I started hearing about a sustainable civilization. What happened to this phrase earlier? Is our civilization sustainable? Are we not discussing the mounting global heat? Are we not discussing about the pollution? Are we honestly able to say we are bequeathing to the succeeding generation a better earth, a better water, and a better air? As a human, what are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to spoil or preserve in a greater measure, in a more beneficent manner? So here is a celebrated sloka. I always lecture on the basis of Sanskrit verses, the origin of which is prehistoric. And we have been able to preserve this language, something written countless millennia ago. We are able to read and understand with the same meaning as it contained then. Ahara nidra bhaya maithunani samani chaidani nranam pashunam jnanam naranam adhiko vishesho jnanena hina pashubhis samana. Our subject is art of being human. Compare yourselves with the rest of the creatures and then you will understand. Food, nourishment, sleep, fear. These are common to us and the rest. Then where is the distinction of human? Jnanam naranam adhigo vishesho. Knowledge is the only domain in which we stand distinct. Jnanena hina pashubhis samanaha. Without knowledge, a man becomes an animal. He doesn't have a tail and horns, that's all. He becomes a cow. So what are we to do? Explore knowledge, understand it in greater and greater measure. In knowledge, there are two divisions. One is the knowledge of the objects. The entire world is an object. Your body is an object. Tell me, where is the subject then? The subject is within the body. That is what you refer to as the I. This I is the subject for the entire objectitude. For the sun, moon, sky, stars, the vast seas, the huge mountains, your own body, your own hands, your own feet, your own mind, your own intelligence, your own ego. Everything is mine, an object before the I. The subject is the I. Tell me, what is the dimension of your I now? Is it something small or is it something exceedingly huge? With a small pair of eyes, I look at the sky and see stars which are at many light years distance. And these eyes were made where? In which laboratory? In which factory? In the mother's womb. Did the mother interfere there? No, no, no. The fetus started taking blood from the mother. Mother did not give blood. Your brain, your eyes, everything is generated by the embryo, by the fetus. When a child is born, it is born with a full body which can interact with the infinite world. What do you think of the mystery and the potential behind it? Unless we explore into our own inner personality, understand the resources held by them, we will never become a good human. What are we supposed to do? I can give you so many examples for it. I don't have time. Every time they give me some time in which I may not be able to finish. We want some disciplines, values, virtues and restraints to govern our life. When two or more people begin to live together, values and restraints become compulsory, indispensable. What are the values? There is no reference to God here. Ahimsa satyam asteyam shaujam indriya nigraha edat samasigam dharmam sadurvanye abraveen Manu. We have a number of values, etc. But all of them are condensed. Ahimsa, Satyam, Asteyam, Shaujam, Indriya Nigraha. If you want to be a good and a graceful human, who has beneficence to his credit, whose actions will be beneficial to the society at large, don't hurt anybody. Be truthful. Never take the property of another without his consent. Be clean outwardly and inwardly. Your mind should be clean, intelligence also should be clean, ego also. Indriya nigraha. Have moderation and regulation for your senses. They are working. Every calamity for you, they are behind it. I will condense it still further. Shuyadam dharma sarvasvam sutva jaivavadharyadam atmanah pradigulani paresham na samajaret. I will call you a good human provided you have this wonderful virtue and restraint. The author says, the entire dharma, values, ethics, listen to me. Whatever you consider to be harmful and injurious to you, do not try to inflict it upon the other. Before doing any action where others are involved, make sure that you don't hurt anybody. Physically, mentally and orally. We have a selfishness as our first and last enemy. If this selfishness is dropped, you will automatically become universal. This is a statement sage Vasishtha makes to the 15-year-old Sri Rama. They had a dialogue lasting for 18 days in the palace of Ayodhya. countless millennia ago. Ayamevahamityasmin sankoje vilayam gade samasta bhuvana vyapi vistara upajayade. Are you with me? Huh? Ayamevahamityasmin sankoje vilayam gade. Everybody has a feeling, I. And then what do they say? Body. This body constricts the I. But is the I the body? The body is a material mass, but I is not material. So how can it be the body? And in sleep, you are unconscious of body, mind, intelligence, ego and the world. Still the I beautifully and wholesomely sleeps to rise up saying, I slept comfortably. So the I is absolutely different from the body. So this constriction imposed by the I, particularly relating itself to the body, that has to be dissolved, dropped. Then instantly a universal expansion will take place. If you are a human, I would demand that you do it. We are not supposed to be a house child. A child is biologically and physically born in the home, but the child is not the parents. He is a citizen of the nation. He is a citizen of the world. You are running your roads on public property. You cannot live in your house alone. Our children are educated in public schools. Is there anybody like an individual who can disregard the society and live? As the individual is a member of the family, he is equally a member of the societal segment, and the societal segment is a member of the nation. Nation is a member of the globe. So an individual, while his body is born in the world, his connection is with the whole universe. Which air is he breathing? Which water he is going to drink? Which earth is enabling him to move and live? So you have no right to preserve an egocentric attitude with regard to anything. Let the mind expand. Let the intelligence know sufficiently to bring about this expansion. Our motto will be Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam. The entire earth is our family. Our family is not a 3 or 4 member living in a residential area. Our family is the whole world. If you are a human, you should rise to this expansion. The body takes about 21 years to grow. Thereafter it ceases to grow. The rest of the growth, if at all, is traceable only to the mind and the intelligence. Both the mind and the intelligence will have to grow. That growth is in knowledge and in the attitudes that you cherish in your mind. So you must have love, sympathy and sacrifice, 3 basic virtues. All the other virtues and emotions are their permutation and combination. Vasudhaiva Kudumbaka. The secret of human life is Purne Manasi Sampurnam Jagat Sarvam Sudhadravaihi Upanat Gudhapadasya Nanu Charmastrudaiva Bhuu. I generally recite and make you recite, but today they say no time, so I am reciting myself. You hear. When the mind becomes full, the whole world becomes full. It is full with the nectar, nectarine flow. When the mind is full, you cannot think of making the world better always. You become better. And if all the people become better, the world becomes better. Don't distance the world and think. Include the world and think. Make your mind purna, full. When the mind becomes full, the entire world will be flowing with nectar. How it is? Wear a pair of chappals, maybe leather chappals or shoe, and walk wherever you want. All the places will be covered with leather. In the same manner, your mind has to become full. The mind will become full only emotionally, and the intelligence will become full only through knowledge. Vasishtha tells Sri Rama, Eva yatnah kriyate bāhyārthoparjane janaihi saeva yatnah kartavyah purvam prajñā vivardhaye. I am sure all of you are intelligent. So please listen to me well. Whatever effort we are making to amass external objects, the same effort should first of all be employed for prajñā vivardhaye, for improving the knowledge and wisdom of your intelligence. Are you living intelligently, wisely, introspectively, understandingly? Is your mind following your intelligence? Is the intelligence governed by the art and principle of discrimination? And are the senses following such a mind? Are your interactions promotional, not demotional? Make sure. For all this, you must have subjective education and subjective knowledge. I would like to make a few remarks now from Srimad Bhagavatam, which is a fully divine devotional text. It was written 1400 years back in South India, in the 6th century. The latest scripture India has produced. Ayam sarveshu bhūteshu bhūtātmāvasthitah sada tam avajñāya mām martyah kurude archa vidambanam. This is where I told you, will you understand me or misunderstand? This is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Ayam amaham sarveshu bhūteshu bhūtātmāvasthitah sada. Kapila tells his mother, identifying himself with the Supreme Self, I am seated in the heart of all creatures. How many times shall I repeat this? I am seated in the heart of all creatures as their self. Tam avajñāya, not knowing this universal dimension of mine, martyah, the human, kurude archa vidambanam. He indulges in the ostentation of idol worship. This is where I said, don't misunderstand me but understand. If God is seated in the heart of all creatures, do you have to go to a temple to worship Him? Huh? Why are you keeping quiet? Where is your intelligence? He is seated everywhere, in you also. Why don't you take flowers and put them on your head? He is seated in the heart of all creatures. So they are doing the ostentatious idol worship. Aham uchchāvacair dravyaihi kriyaya utpannaya anakhe naiva tushye architorchāyam bhūta grāmāvamāninaha. Aham uchchāvacair dravyaihi kriyayot pannaya anaghe. I am not going to be pleased with jumbo worship, using costly materials. On the other hand, naivadushye archito archayam bhuta gramavamaninaha. The real worship is when man never hurts others, tries to do some help and service to the others. Suppose you see a wandering dog, maybe it is not here. Some food you give. There is a plant withering, pour some water. Wherever it is. Whatever is the need of living beings, try to fulfill that need. What are you going to do with the material offers to God? Does He have a stomach? Does He have a mouth? Will He eat? If He starts eating, then nobody will give also. Archada varchayed isham. Archayat archayet tavat. Ishwaram mam swakarma kriti. Yavanna veda swakriti sarva bhudeshu avasthitam. Until you know that God is seated in your heart and He is present in all creatures, start worshipping idol after idol. The first idol will not fulfill your quest, so go to the second idol, go on changing. But the point to be known is, He is living in the heart of everybody, in yourself as well as in the others. Yomam sarveshu bhudeshu santam atmanam ishwaram hitvarcham bhajade maudhyat bhasmanyeva juhoti saha. Whenever you say God, instantly the word should come to you omnipresent, living everywhere. There is no God who is present only in one place. Omnipresent God. Sarveshu bhudeshu santamatmanam ishwaram. That omnipresent concept, hitva, refusing to recognize the presence of God everywhere, maudhyad bhasmanyeva juhodiya. Whoever worships God, it is like pouring ghee over a heap of ashes. It does not the value of a sacrifice. Does not have the value. Haris sarveshu bhudeshu bhagavan asta ishwaraha idi bhutani manasa kama istaihi sadhu manayet. I am not explaining these verses. I am only giving you a meaning. Harihi sarveshu bhudeshu bhagavan asta ishwaraha. Lord Hari is present in all beings. Idi, thinking in this manner, kamaihi stais sadhu manayet. Respect, adore and worship the others by fulfilling whatever is their need. Are you with me? Yes. Huh? Yes. Are you with me? Yes. Is your mind expanding? Yes. Are you a human? Yes. A human has to be like this. Now, what is the supreme truth which one has to know? In Srimad Bhagavatam, the Suta is narrating the story. Suta by community, by birth, by education, generally Sutas will be very highly enlightened people. They have read all the Vedas, Shastras, Itihasas, Puranas, and all of them they have read. So they are very wise. Even celebrated Brahmins used to respect them. So the Suta was asked, you have read all the scriptures including the Vedas, Shastras, etc. Will you please let us know what is the sole essence of all that you have read? Are you with me or not? Will you please let us know the essence, the sole essence of all that you have read? Bah. This is from where Srimad Bhagavatam, consisting of 18,000 Sanskrit verses start. Vadanti tat tattva vidaha tattvam yajnanamadvayam brahmedi paramatmedi bhagavaniti shabdyate. Knowledgeable people say, he doesn't say I say. Knowledgeable people say, tattva vidaha vadanti tattvam yajnanamadvayam. Tattvam yajnanamadvayam. What is meant by tattva? A tattva is a principle. We say infinity. What is infinity? Can you demonstrate it? Can you show it? Can you picture it? But it is something understandable, comprehensible to our intelligence. So this tattva can only be conceived of, conceptualized in our mind, in our understanding. So it is a tattva. What is the tattva? Yadu jnanam advayam. It is knowledge, Can you define knowledge to me? Our intelligence alone can deal with knowledge. Intelligence itself is knowledge. It alone can deal with knowledge. In the knowledge, generally, you refer to the world. It's a knowledge of plurality, infinitude. Everything is divided. So it is not that knowledge which makes you divide between entities, concepts, values and everything. On the other hand, it becomes a non-dual knowledge. For example, when you wake up, you begin to see and hear. So this waking up is an extension from you. Am I clear or not? Yes. Huh? Yes. In that extension, it activates the senses. And these activated senses perceive the world. So this perception of the world, its genesis, where is it? It is in the sleeper who woke up. From sleep, wakefulness arose. And wakefulness alone reveals the world. The world vanishes in your dream and sleep. It prevails only for 16 or 17 hours, preceded by sleep and succeeded by sleep. So the entire wakefulness is an expression and extension of the waker, the individual. And where is the perception? The world is widespread and you perceive the world. Where are you perceiving? You are perceiving inside. Inside, when the mind perceives, does the mind produce an object like the universe for you to perceive? Huh? Huh? It is a display by the mind. In the display of the mind, is there any substance other than the mind? Huh? Is there anything besides the mind? So many thoughts come. They are display of the mind. Mind alone is. So all are one. Trace them to the subjective source. That source itself is displaying all the effects that you are thinking of. And this non-dual knowledge, mark my words, is called Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagavan iti Shabdyade. This non-dual knowledge is called Brahman, the ultimate reality. It is called Paramatma, the Supreme Self. It is also called Bhagavan iti Shabdyade, God. Tell me now, what is God? Non-dual knowledge. That itself goes by the name Brahman, Atma and Bhagavan. And what is it that the human should do to become a graceful human, to imbibe all the qualities and become extremely beneficial, beneficent, etc.? Satyam Param Dhimahi. Using your intelligence, you should contemplate upon the supreme truth, which is non-dual knowledge. Contemplate upon the supreme truth, the non-dual knowledge. That will make you more and more virtuous, more and more glorious, more and more good, more and more great, more and more universal. Satyam Param Dhimahi. These are the three words used at the end of the first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam. And this Dhimahi is the one used in our Gayatri also. Gayatri is a contemplation by the intelligence, not by the mind. I think I have no further time to speak. I shall stop.
Gurupriya ji is from Calcutta. She is a PhD in physics. Her guru initially was Baba Gangadhar Paramahamsa, who was Poojya Swamiji's and Nutan Swamiji's guru as well. When Baba Gangadhar Paramahamsa was in his last stages, he handed over both Nutan Swamiji and Ma to the Poojya Swamiji. She and Nutan Swamiji have been at the ashram for 37 years. She is a disciple and lifelong practitioner of inner refinement. Ma brings the voice of the heart into Swamiji's teachings. Her clarity, love, and gentle strength inspire especially those walking the path of family life to discover deeper dimensions of emotional strength, surrender, and joy. Ma.
Swamin namaste natalokabandho karunya sindho patitam bhavabdhau mamuddharatmiya kataksha drishtya rijvyati karunya Sudhabhivrishtya. Swamin namaste, Swamin namaste, Swamin namaste, Swamin namaste. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru. Actually, when I saw the flyer, I saw that there is a program called Art of Becoming Human. So I was wondering that why this topic was chosen. Those who have chosen the topic, do they think that they are not humans, or do they not know what are the human qualities? But anyway, we have been discussing, and especially I think last 2 days we were discussing a lot how to go about this program. And 20 minutes is really very less. I don't know what I'm going to say, but I feel that every one of us, we want to become humans of very good qualities. As Swamiji spoke about the few qualities right in the beginning, ahimsa satyam asteyam stairyam atma vinigraha. And he explained all of them, but still I am saying ahimsa is non-injury and non-harmfulness to others. Satyam is truthfulness. Asteyam, not to steal anybody's articles. Astairyam, that is steadiness and stability. Atma vinigraha, that is restrainment and moderation of one's senses. So, these are, I think, from our childhood. Our parents teach us, and parents, elders, teachers, from every quarter we learn to learn these qualities, and we know that we have to live these qualities. So, I'm remembering that when I was very small, my mother asked me to pray every day, saying that pray that you become a good girl. So I used to pray because I was very small, and I would pray, and sometimes throughout the day I'll forget. At least at night I will fold my hands and pray that make me a good girl. Now what is good I did not understand at that time, but as I grew up I understood that those are very the essential human qualities that we must have. And as I grew up, I understood that those are the qualities like not becoming angry, not becoming irritated, love everybody, sacrifice, then be very tolerant, be very patient, and so many other things. So I used to have a picture of myself with many qualities, and I would find that many times I slipped from them. So as I grew up and ultimately stepped into this spiritual path, and which was also at a young age, I understood that all these qualities ultimately can be had if we focus on the qualities of the self, which are like non-tainting, not getting affected by anything, keeping an equal vision to the pairs of opposites which the world brings to us. And also loving everybody, helping everybody. And as I started reading the scriptures, especially the Bhagavad Gita and all, I found that it doesn't talk, actually right from a young age when I started, I was attracted or I was impacted by the qualities that Bhagavad Gita spoke. Like Adveshta Sarva Bhutanam, there is not having any ill feeling for anybody. And that used to impact me a lot, that this is some quality we must have. Then similarly, many other qualities which the Gita tells, the one quality which I felt that we must all have is love for everybody. Adveshta Sarva Bhutanam means loving everybody, not hating anybody. Maitra, friendliness to all. Karuna, karuna evacha, that is karuna, compassion and mercy. We do not have. We cannot forgive others easily. If anybody behaves in a wrong manner, we cannot forgive. But this is a quality a human being must have. So, like this, the qualities used to attract me a lot. And I understood that whatever may be our goal in human life, one may not be spiritual, but still one cannot be happy in life, cannot be peaceful in life if one did not try to cultivate these qualities. We do not become peaceful because we remain agitated, we remain disturbed. Suppose I indulge in criticism, I indulge in blaming others, I indulge in lethargy, I indulge in procrastination. All those things ultimately give us suffering. So I understood that unless we got the qualities, we will never be peaceful in life. And then as I grew in, on the spiritual path, as I was saying, I understood that the qualities of Atma, they are all, it actually contains everything that I knew as qualities. The qualities of Atma, like it says Niranjana. You know what is Niranjana? One is not tainted by anything. We get tainted by anything. Anybody has told a very small thing, we get tainted, we get hurt, we get upset, we'll remember it for ages. So similarly, the Atma has many qualities like Niranjana, Nirakara, Niradhara. I'm not going into all that because there is no time. And then as I progressed in this path, I don't know, there is I heard that there is a mixture of people coming here. Some, very interested in spirituality, some maybe just with enquiry, they have come to see what we are going to talk. But I would tell you that in our scriptures, there are such beautiful, like Swamiji was telling slokas and Sanjay was able to show them in the screen. But I have not prepared anything. I thought that whatever comes to my mind, I will say. But I will say because I have lived this. I have lived to be a pure human being. And even now that is my aim, to have qualities which are very, very noble and which will make me fulfilled. Contentment is a quality. Contentment is a quality. Fulfillment is a quality. These are all spiritual qualities. We need to have them. We do not have. That is why people are not peaceful. They do not have everlasting peace, everlasting happiness. So this should be the aim of any human being, how to attain it. So as I was saying, in our scriptures, the wise people, the seers, they have composed poetries in 2 lines or 4 lines expressing the truth of our human life. So some of them are called Subhashitam, from where we can learn a lot. And many of them I have learned from Swamiji only. So one Subhashitam is such, which says, Manasi vachasi kaye punya piyusha purnaha tribhuvanam upakara shrenibhi prinayantaha paraguna paramanun parvati kritya nityam nijar hidi vikasanta santi santakyantaha. Now you don't know, many of you Sanskrit, you do not know, but even if you do not know, these words, I feel that these are having such message that if you squeeze the words, you will just get honey and nectar. So what does it say? Manasi vachasi kaye. By the mind, that is by thoughts. Vachasi, through speech. And by kaye, by actions. Punya piyusha purnaha. Tribhuvanam upakara shrenibhihi prinayantaha. So people, the human beings, they should, through their thoughts, their speech, their actions, they should be doing good act to the whole world and please everybody. And how can they do it? One simple thing. They are saying that Paraguna Paramanun Parvati Kritta Nityam. If somebody has a little bit of good quality, make it very mountainous. And by that your mind will become expanded. As human beings, what we do, if we find a little measure of bad quality in somebody, we make it mountainous and tell everybody. So what does it say? That make the small speck of good quality that you are seeing in somebody, make it mountainous and say it, so that the mind is expanded with others' joy, others' good quality. So this is one Subhashitam. Another Subhashitam is Vancha Sajjana Sangame Paragune Pritihi Gurau Namrata Vidyayam Vyasanam Swayoshitirathi Lokapavadad Bhayam Bhakti Shulini Shaktiratma Damane Samsarga Mukti Khaleshu Ete Yeshu Bhavanti Nirmala Gunaha Tebhyo Narebhyo Namaha. It is actually saying, the last line says that these qualities, if a human being has, then he is Superman. Such a man is such a human being whom we should all do prostration. So what are the qualities? They are saying the first quality that they say is Vancha Sajjana Sangame. That one must have a wish to come in the association of saintly people. You understand? That is the first quality. Our Subhashitam is saying that for people who have these noble qualities and to whom we should do prostration, the first quality given is that one must be in the association of saintly people. Vancha Sajjana Sangame Paragune Pritihi. Here also it says, one must rejoice in others' good qualities. And this, when we are telling, say, I am telling you one sloka, I am just sharing with you. But when we hear, the first thing that we should feel as human beings, good human beings, and it is the art of becoming humans, is that I should try to be so. I should try to be so. It is not just listening. You have all come here. It is not just listening. How will we become a good human being? When we hear this, we must pursue that. So, Paragune Pritihi. So what should we do? We should self-examine every day that, oh, throughout the day, did I become happy or did I rejoice in somebody else's good quality, or I was a little jealous? We must see that. And Parugune Priti Gurau Namrata. With elders, you must be very, very humble. Humble to the elders. Humble and respectful. Vidyayam Vyasanam. You must have lot of keenness for learning in Vidya. Vidyayam Vyasanam Swayoshiti Ratihi. You must be very happy with your partner. Swayoshiti Ratihi Lokapavadad Bhayam. And you should have fear from the society. That I should not do anything by which everybody else will feel bad or will talk ill about me. So that fear should be there. The fear will actually restrain us. That is all the restraint that we can have. It is because of the society, the family. Vidyayam Vyasanam Swayoshiti Ratihi Lokapavadad Bhayam. Bhakti Shulini. And your devotion should be like a spear. Like in the spear that the end is very, very sharp. Your bhakti should be like that. The devotion should be that. Bhakti Shulini Shakti Atmadamane. To restrain oneself, to have moderation, one must have strength. Shakti Atmadamane Samsarga Mukti Khaleshu. And you should always avoid the association of those who are having bad qualities. Ete yeshu bhavanti nirmala gunaha. In the human beings, those who have these qualities, to those noble people, we should do prostration. And ultimately, what we should do as human beings, as Swamiji said, that we should understand what is the purpose of this human life. What is this purpose? Swamiji first started with what? He started with the shloka ahara nidra bhaya maithunani. That is, the difference between any other creature and the human beings. First, what is the similarity? Similarity is ahara means food, nidra, sleep, bhaya, fear, maithunani, procreation. Every creature goes through this. They must have food, must sleep, and they all are fearful, and also they are procreating. Now, what is the speciality of human beings? Why were human beings created? Human beings have been given mind and intelligence. So with mind, we must have good thoughts. With intelligence, we must constantly introspect, self-examine ourselves, that am I a worthy human being? Do I fulfill the qualities of a human being? How I can grow into good qualities? And not only that, the purpose of human life in our scriptures, it says that one must know one's old self, the real identity. And it says that after many lives we have got maybe the human birth, where it is very rare to have a human birth, and we have got it also. Then having got it, through this human birth alone, we pursue our life. We get educated, we get a job, we earn money, we grow in our profession, we keep our family in comfort, everything we are doing. But all this is not enough. All these are impermanent. Everything will be gone. The body will grow in age and one will become old. So, what is the purpose of this human being? Even though this body is impermanent, the body will fall one day. the soul inside is permanent. It is eternal. So, remaining in this impermanent, changeful body, one must look for the changeless self inside oneself. And once a human being comes to know about this knowledge, as Swamiji said, by knowledge alone. So once one knows about, gets exposed to this knowledge, that the purpose of human life is to not only these things which are outside, which are not everlasting at all, even the body will fall one day. So remaining in this impermanent, aging body, one must constantly look forward to how I can understand my changeless self. And once this knowledge one gets, one must strive for it immediately. Immediately. Should pursue this path of self, knowing the self. This is what a human being should do. And the art is only to be introspective every moment. The art is to be exposed more and more, to dwell upon these thoughts more and more. Just like I always take the example that to become a doctor or an engineer, how much time, how much education is necessary, how much studies are necessary, exams are necessary, even to do well in one's profession, how much hard work is necessary. Similarly, to become a human being, in this perfect human being, one must dwell in these thoughts, read them, listen to them, be associated with any saintly people and listen to their words, and then pursue them with the aim that I want to become good. I think that's enough. Okay. Jai Guru.
Thank you, Ma.
शृण्वन्तु विश्वे अमृतस्य पुत्राः आये धामानि दिव्यानि तस्थुः वेदाहमेतं पुरुषं महान्तम् आदित्यवर्णं तमसः परस्तात् तमेव विदित्वाति मृत्युमेति नान्यः पन्था विद्यते अयनाय नान्यः पन्था विद्यते अयनाय. This is a call from our rishis of our country. Thousands and thousands of years ago, our rishis, whom I generally refer to as the subjective scientists of our country, experimental scientists of our country, because theories can be proved, disproved and all, but the experimental results are the finally establishing truth. So they did the experiment by looking within and came out with this truth, on the basis of which they could give this clarion call that, listen you all, the children of immortality. We have to think, well, how can anybody give such a call, that calling all the people as children of immortality? He is very clear in saying that Veda Aham Purusham Mahantam. On that basis he is giving the call, that he is describing the result of his experiment, that I have realized that Mahantam Purusham, that great soul. By knowing whom, we can transcend death. If he has not known, not realized, could he have ever given the call? And such a call would have remained for thousands and thousands of years we should think about it. It is not only this one statement, our Upanishads are full of such experimental results, the statements given by people who have done the experiment and realized the truth. What is the truth? That Purusham Mahantam, which we all are. It is not only the person who has realized, but he is reminding us that we are all that great Purusha, who we don't know because we are under the ignorance. By transcending ignorance, we come to know. And this is the potential of human life. This is the ideal human life. This is the purpose of human life, to know our immortality. And this is an experimental call, experimental result. So anybody who would like to understand it will have to do the experiment and find out for himself the truth. It is not an experiment with the objects. You cannot do the experiment with the object here. Here the experiment is with our own subject. So each person, to confirm the truth, will have to do the experiment himself. And after realization has to confirm the truth. Now this is the soul our all scriptures are speaking about, which is our real identity. The real identity. We are identifying ourselves with the body-mind limited small existence of our body-mind personality. That identification has to shift. The body-mind personality is a product of nature. It will go on functioning according to as the nature has made it, according to the nature. But beyond that, all of us are that soul, that Atma, which is not a product of nature. How do you say that it's not a product of nature? Because they have clearly said, immortality, mrityum atimrityumeti, they transcend death. The whole universe, it is created. Any creation, anything in creation is getting born, changing, and finally getting destroyed. You cannot find anything in this creation which does not undergo change, because the very basis of creation is change. It is a birth of something, then growth or decay of something, and the death of something. But they are referring to something immortal. That means it is not part of the objective creation at all. Other than the objective creation, what is there? Who am looking at the universe, the objective creation, the objectude that we are looking at it. That I was the sole concern of our rishis who discovered the real identity I, which is never changing, which is imperishable, which is not fragmented by our body-mind personality. The I can only be one, or even beyond one, which is transcendental. Now you can say that, well, we have not realized that I. We don't know who am I. The rishis said that. But how can I then become an ideal human being? What is the goal? What is the art of becoming human? We cannot say that, because all of us are in reality that I alone. So when we look within, we will find that in that I lies all solution. The solution of individual life as well as the solution of social life. They have clearly stated that, not only stated, we can ourselves think and find out, all the strife, all the suffering of human life, all the jealousy, competition and whatnot, it is all originating from our small identity. that I think I am this body-mind personality which is different from all others. From there rises the competition, the greed, the jealousy and whatnot, everything. And on the social dimension, on the universal dimension, that gives rise to the war between nations, war between different areas and all that. The individual clashes, the individual constrictions in a social form, it becomes societal constrictions which is resulting in all the strife we are finding in the society. So they have given the clear indication, a thumb rule for us that how are we who have not realized this truth, how are we to live the life? Look within. And what is that real identity? Is it not universal, which is beyond constriction? So in anything you do, you look within and find out by doing that, is my mind expanding or getting further constricted? Whether my mind is becoming small or there is a feeling of expansion. Whether I am feeling, whenever we are doing something wrong, you will find that looking within, we will find that there is a weakness within, there is a lack of strength within, there is a heaviness within, there is a constriction within. How do we know? Because in essence, we are that I, that universal I. We always know what we are doing is wrong. How? That gives us constriction, a feeling of weakness, lack of strength. So looking within, we have to find out that whatever I am going to do, is it giving me a sense of expansion, a sense of strength, a sense of lightness within, a goodness within? We should be able to find out if we are clear, if we are open to ourselves, if we are truthful to our observation. Everybody will be able to find out where lies the truthful path towards this ultimate goal. And we can choose that path. That is our option before us. In our Upanishads, one after another, many Upanishads it has been spoken about. In Kathopanishad, they say that there are two things. The nature always comes before us with two things. One is Shreyas, another is Preyas. Preyas is whatever is immediately pleasant, but which may take us away from the ultimate auspicious goal. What is the ultimate auspicious goal? Just now we have discussed, all of us are discussing. Whereas Shreyas is that which may not be immediately pleasant, but which will take us towards the ultimate auspicious goal. So a person who applies his wisdom, who is a dhiraha, the word is there in Sanskrit, who applies his wisdom to live his life, walk on the proper path. So he applies his wisdom to find out that if I take this path, is it the path of Shreyas or is it the path of Preyas? They will choose the Shreyas in preference to Preyas. Whereas the others, whom the Upanishad describes as mandaha, mudha, that means they are not applying their intelligence, they are not applying their wisdom, which they can easily do, but they are not, because they are prey to their own sense attraction and repulsion. Raga, dvesha. They cling to what they like and they hate what they dislike. So their choice is always guided by their raga, dvesha. Whatever they cling to, whatever is pleasant to their senses, they choose that. And they go the way away from the ultimate auspicious goal. So this is what our ultimate humanhood or the art of living is. What? You apply this thumb rule and move towards it. Realization will come on its way. Even if the realization doesn't come, I would say that it doesn't matter at all, because the path itself is so joyful. You will get every moment, you will get the joy of winning over our lower tendencies. Right from beginning, if you look into our nature, you will find there is a tussle going on. There is a trend to pull us down to the sense satisfaction. Whereas our intelligence, our deep inside our heart, there is always an aspiration for moving upward beyond all this attraction and repulsion. So, it is clear how we have to go. We have to win over the lower tendencies to listen to our soul's voice, or to listen to the soul's qualities, which both Swamiji and Ma had described in great detail. Those qualities are the soul, the qualities of the soul. The more we read about the soul, discuss about the soul, or listen to satsang and all, what we are doing actually is our mind is interacting with the qualities of the soul, the unaffectedness of the soul, the universality of the soul, the untaintedness of the soul, the non-constriction of the soul. So by repeated interaction with those concepts, our mind will become the soul. Soul remains wherever it is. We don't have to do anything to the soul. When the mind becomes the soul, it realizes our real dimension, our real identity, what we can approve.
The first question is from Nameless to Poojya Swamiji. How to tame the ego? How to do that practically, Swamiji?
How to tame the ego? How to do it practically? See, we have many proverbial statements in India. All of them are called Subhashitam. And we have texts available in which a number of Subhashitams are listed. One such Subhashitam is Vidya Dadadi Vinayam. Knowledge, enlightenment, always instills and stimulates humility. So if you are knowledgeable, understand, your knowledgeable nature should always be associated irresistibly with humility. When you practice humility, I think ego will be sublimated. I generally say, in a lighter vein as well as in a very significant manner, that I have learned only two things in this world. What is that? To do what I dislike and not to do what I like. When I have to do something which I don't like, automatically the ego, everything will resist. So I have decided that if necessary, I will do what I dislike. See, we are living in a group. I may like to do something. If the others don't like it, what shall I do? I don't like to do anything displeasing others. So, I can do not to do what I like and to do what I dislike. If you start practicing this, your ego will be sublimated in 3 months. Never try to stand up with your ego and then say yes or no. We are living in a group and we have to take the people, all the people along with us. So the one way will be, do not have strong likes and dislikes. Bhagavad Gita says, right at the time of birth, a delusion grips us. That delusion is ichhadvesha samuttena, like and dislike. And we start pampering the likes and dislikes, and they go on multiplying as you grow. The process should be the reverse. Try to moderate your likes and dislikes and reach that level of flexibility where your strong likes and dislikes will not interfere with a smooth functioning in your life. This is very good. And this makes you peaceful, flexible, assimilative. Once you accept this principle, every time there is an opportunity for you to sublimate your ego. And sublimated ego is the greatest reward for man. Where you will have to bend, you must be able to bend. Where you have to hold your head up, you will have to hold. Both you must be able to do. That is the right enlightened ego is that. Does it make sense? Huh? Very good.
Read out the question again.
We can practice good qualities, but the world around us does not always prescribe to the same practice. When my neighbor asks, "What is in it for me? How can I persevere?" I think that if we like a good quality, we cannot but pursue it. What the other person does or does not do is not my job to give any attention to it. We will be pursuing the good qualities, but also, suppose somebody else in my around me does not do it, we will keep to our qualities and try to tell the person that this is a good quality and you also must practice it, or this should be done. Once or twice, if the other person doesn't listen, then leave it. Leave it. But you cannot say that because the others are not doing, how to practice it. Because we love the quality. How can we not do it or pursue it? So I think this is okay. Or any further clarification?
No, I wanted to say that this points out a problem in the person. If he or she is loving the quality, then she will not think in this manner. That the love is not complete.
That is true. That is what I am saying. If one loves a quality, it doesn't matter at all whether others are not loving that quality or not. So, in all these, I think, in all these practices, a lot of self-examination is very necessary. And I think in our growth towards becoming perfect, how we think or how we apply our mind and intelligence in a pure manner, that matters a lot. And we should always stick to that.
Here also I feel like saying that same ego can be looked at in a subtle manner, that often when we find anybody maybe having lot of defects or so, we are not able to tolerate. We become intolerant about that person also. But there we have to think that anybody who is existing on earth has the right to exist. The world is made of variety, and we cannot expect others to behave as I want. In that it is embedded that we are wanting others to behave as I think, according to my own concepts. So we should not, we should become humble there also, that everybody will be there. We will try to make things better. If it is not, let it be. If telling truth hurts, lot of people, can you still say it? Hurts lot of people, can you still say it? That means we should not have spoken the truth. It might have hurt me. See, the question is whether you have the intent of hurting people or not. If you don't want to hurt people, by telling truth, what is happening? For any purpose, unnecessarily you will not tell the truth. Suppose I know that somebody is stealing. In front of everybody, should I say, you have stolen, you have stolen? We will not say. That will hurt, but nobody will say like that. The question is, when the truth is spoken of, it is for some good purpose. So in some cases it may hurt people also, particularly when we are in our relationship, family and all. It may hurt. We may not speak accordingly. We can speak in a manner which will not hurt them. Sridhar, who is that? Raise your hand. Oh, is it okay, or do you want anything more? Swami, do you have anything more to say? This question? If telling truth hurts a lot of people, can you still say it?
You speak truth when there is an occasion and a persuasion to do so. When you have to speak truth and there is an occasion for it, you should speak it. Whether it hurts people or not, it is immaterial. But you can maximum moderate it, say it in such a manner that the others are not unduly hurt. Because there is a great proverb, Satyam bruyat, priyam bruyat, na bruyat, satyam apriyam. Speak the truth. But speak the truth in an endearing manner. If the truth is hurting and nobody would like to hear, then why should you speak? But if there is an occasion to speak it, you should speak. Regarding quality, you raise something. I think you are not very sure about what you say. What do you mean by a good quality? A quality becomes good when it is adopted and pursued. Whoever pursues that quality, it will enrich him, empower him, elevate him, and expand him. If these are the benefits of practicing a quality, should they not be practiced? Why do you require the consent or approval of anybody in this world? A son will have to pursue a good quality even if the father and the mother resent. What are the parents supposed to do? To make the children imbibe bad qualities or good qualities? So the child initially may be obedient. The moment he becomes an adult, he should squarely ask the parent, this is a quality which I like to cultivate and it is considered to be a good quality. My dear father, why are you saying that I should not practice it? I don't agree with you. Children are reared by the parents. They become an adult. And when they become an adult, they should become consultants for the parents. When the parents propose to do anything from the family point of view, they should say, my dear son, daughter, come here. I am proposing to do this. Do you have any views in this matter? That is why we bring them up. They are also going to be parents. So I don't think in the matter of cultivating a good quality, you need the approval, consent or encouragement from others. It's a clearly individual matter. I don't know whether I can speak this, it will make meaning to you. Chastity is considered to be, chastity is of different kinds. Even in patriotism one has to be chaste. Family loyalty also one has to be chaste. So this chastity is a very great virtue. Can anyone negotiate it under persuasion? What do you say? Why do you require the approval of others? Satyan nasti paro dharmaha. Ultimately, everything depends upon dharma. Dharma is the force which bonds the parents to the children, the husband to the wife, the friends between themselves. If dharma is violated, the whole relationship will fail. See, the great Roman Empire is said to have perished not because of an economic downfall, but because of decline of total value downfall. The great Roman Empire perished when the value declined en masse. It is a historic record, is it not? Huh? Yes. So if people start becoming qualityless, I think the society will perish. So I think one has to be very sure about what is meant by a quality and what quality is proposing to do for man. It will always enrich, empower, elevate us, expand us. Enriches and empowers, these two words are sufficient. You derive power for the mind from qualities. You derive health from food, nourishment and exercise. In the same manner, the strength of the mind is its qualities. The strength of the intelligence is its knowledge. Knowledge. That is the strength. For the mind, quality is the strength. Nothing else. Uddhava asked Krishna 30 questions. All of them were answered in the same manner, taking quarter line. He asked, what is the supreme wealth? Are you hearing me? You know what was the answer? Contentment is the supreme wealth. Understand? Think about it. The supreme dhana is contentment. Is there anybody who can disprove it? Why do you want wealth? To become contented. To become happy. Prosperity gives you what? Prosperity is an economic assessment. When you are prosperous, you feel happy. So everything is sought and had only to become happy. And happiness is an emotion. It relates to the mind. With wealth also, what are you going to gain? A man with nothing may be happy, and a man with many things may be absolutely unhappy. The happiness of the mind is not directly proportional to the possessions you have. It is totally governed by a new law. So a quality is a quality. If you understand it, you should uphold it, you should pursue and practice it at any cost. You don't require any approval from anybody. Make sure that it is a quality, good quality. We shall conclude now. Our subject of discussion was art of being human. I will summarize the position. The human personality, as I mentioned, has 4 levels: physical and sensory, oral, mental and intellectual. But all the experience and knowledge, they emerge and they subsist in the inner personality. That inner personality should be enriched, edified, enlightened and fulfilled. Fulfillment comes for the intelligence only through knowledge. Your knowledge should fulfill you, and the mind should have peace and contentment. So, to be a good human means to have a peaceful and contented mind. That contentment should not be assailed by anything. Similarly, the intelligence must be able to evolve and preserve such a knowledge that it will always give fulfillment to your being. If these two are ensured, you are a good human, different from the rest of the creatures, animals, birds and reptiles. Otherwise not. With our intelligence, power of thinking, power of understanding, power of articulation, unless we are able to achieve this, we cannot say we are a good human. This I would like you to remember. Samvedya varjidam anuttamamegamadhyam samvitpadam vigalanam kalayan mahatman hridyevasishtha kalanarahitakriyam tu kurvan agartrapadamethya samodidashri kurvan agartrapadamethya samodidashri. We shall have a conclusional Onkara. All of you be ready for it with your pose as earlier. One time. I mentally embrace all of you. May you all have good children born to you in your family. Not this generation, several generations. All of them should love the family, love equally the society at large. They should be educated well, resourceful enough to contribute to the productivity of the nation and ultimately of the world as well. When this much is had, I think the world will be prosperous, peaceful, and also many of the members of the society will have a reasonably good degree of fulfillment, human fulfillment. Hari Om Tassat. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru.